One of the goals of this podcast is to reach out and for people to connect to music and to connect maybe in not necessarily in person, but to reconnect to some of the artists or some of the movements within the culture that are authentic. Because I do, to your point, feel like there is good art out there. You just have to go find it. And I do hope that we reach people and inspire people to get out there and connect with hip hop on a personal level. So,
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The reason why I feel my generation appreciated hip hop on a deeper level than today's generation is because in making the effort as a DJ, for example, to leave your home at 12 years old, take the 7 train from 90th Street, Elmhurst Avenue, all the way to the last stop, Times Square, 42nd Street, by yourself, again at 12, walk up to the street out of the subway and find yourself in this seedy world of prostitutes, dudes playing 3-card Monty on the street, dudes trying to sell you watches and chains, drug dealers, and navigating all that because you know there's this record store called Music Factory that has all the records that you need to recreate what you heard on these tapes. And then this 12-year-old kid is also being schooled by the people that work at this store about other records. Like, hey, shorty, you're going to buy this record, but did you know that the sample that you hear Marley Marl use on this particular record actually comes from here? You should cop that as well. And now you're learning about other genres of music and you're being schooled by this employee of the record store with glasses that's like way older than you, but he's but you Stanley, I'm talking about Stanley. You know, he was a Music Factory staple, and I would go there as a 12-year-old kid, and he would pull me aside and educate me on the genres of music that inspired the rap that I was buying. So now I'm copying Big Beat, Billy Squire, Walk This Way, Aerosmith, Take Me to Mardi Gras, Bob James, and learning about these other genres of music that make up the ingredients that we call hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? Like in making that effort and then navigating that seediness of 1980s Times Square to get back to Queens, New York City in one piece before your curfew, and you're on a train and you're reading the label and the credits and all that stuff, and you just can't wait. You're antsy to get home and play this record that Stanley put you up on that you know is going to have a really dope break. And then you start cutting it up and building your own personal relationship with this song. That's a process that does not exist today in 2025. You know what I mean? If you're a
yeah.
DJ, what you're doing is opening up your laptop and downloading an MP3. If that, most DJs today just stream their music and play from Serato. You know what I'm saying? So most DJs aren't even owners of MP3s. They're just treating their source material for their creativity as trash, as this disposable thing. As you could see, I still have my records. I still have all of my records, man. Like, bro,
Yes, it's
all the records that I like, all the records that I purchased throughout a lifetime, I still have. You know what I mean? I'll never get rid of these. This is not disposable to me. This is my life. This is the essence of who I am. And so if DJs were to approach their art with the same care and love, I think the authenticity that I speak of would be felt more. You know what I'm saying? And so now you really don't feel it because what we do has become so disposable, and you're just scrolling through your phone looking at videos, and it's just not the same, man. And I don't mean to be like that old man, right, and complain. I'm not necessarily complaining. I'm just answering the
That's why you're
question.
talking to us. Yeah.
You're on the right podcast.
Yeah. I'm just answering the question honestly. Like I have all the records that I purchased throughout my life still, and I would never get rid of them because they are an extension of who I am. It's my essence.